Hey everyone, Team UDF here for another ZQuest tutorial Q&A. Haven't done one of these in a while, but let's try and get back to them. Today's question, how can you make a 3-stair warp? Well, first let's go ahead and see one in action in this little demo quest thing that I've built here. It's a secret to everybody, except you. You found it. Okay, so we come in a room looking like this, and we go through one of these staircases, and now we appear somewhere completely different. If we go back in, here we go. Walk into another staircase, and now we're here suddenly. Same thing. If you walk into the far right staircase, you always appear back where you started. Well, depending on how many staircases you have, I'm just going with a simple 3-stair one. 2.5 lets you do a lot more. And the second stair will, of course, bring you to the other location. Alright, let's go ahead and end there. And let's take a look at how we do it in ZQuest. Now remember, I'm using the 2.5 editor. However, everything I will show you is perfectly fine with 2.10. A couple of things you'll need beforehand are a Screen 81 or something similar to that. I'm just using the basic NES tile set here with Screen 81. The advantage of using the NES tile set is the 3 staircases are already set up for you. However, just in case you don't have that, you want them to be, of course, walkable combos with the Stairs A combo type, or if you're using an older version, I think it'll just say Stairs. And I'm not sure, but I think you want to avoid combos 112 and 136, I don't know, something like that. I forget where you find that. I forget where I read that, actually, but I don't know. So, let's go ahead and find some new screens to put some tile warps on. I guess I'll go with 54, 45, and 47. That sounds good. So what we want to make sure is we just want to start the 3-stair warp. First of all, let us go to room type. It's in screen, or if you just hit the R key on whatever versions that's available, we're going to make it a 3-stair warp type room. And now the catch-all has turned into warp ring. Now we're going to have to eventually create a warp ring, and I'm using 0. You can use 0 if you want. I'll show you later on. I'm going to have to use 1 though, because I'm already using 0 as a warp ring, that one that I just showed you. Alright, now, since we're going to be going into a cave, as you saw, we're going to need a guide. Doesn't matter what guide, just pick the guy. And we're going to need a message string. You can either make a new one, or I have it's a secret to everybody except whatever. I'm just going to use that one. If you don't remember how to make a message string, you just go to Quest, Strings, and there you go. You can go to New String and just type one in. Make one for yourself. 2.5 has all these nifty little fonts and stuff you can choose. But yes, after that's done, make sure you place your blue tile for you guys in 2.10. It's down, well, it's actually for 2.10 it should be here with your green tile and such. For 2.5 classic interface, it's right here. If you're using the new interface, which I can't fit into 640 by 480, then it's even easier than that. Now for at least one of these screens, I'm just going to pick this first one because it's going to be the first, and I have not used the classic interface in a while, so I'm just going to steal my stair combo here, and I'm going to throw it on. Make sure, remember, it can be any combo as long as it has that Stairs A type or the Stairs type for older versions. Make a quick save here. The one final thing we'll want to do to set this screen up is make a tile warp. And it's going to, I think it's something similar to this. It's like Cave Item Room in 2.10 or something. Ignore all the BCD stuff, that's 2.5 stuff. We're going to leave it on Overworld, and we're going to make sure that we're tile warping to Screen 81. You don't have to touch anything else, let's just set that. And that really about does it for our first screen. We can kind of leave it alone now. However, when I go to Screen 54, I'm going to follow everything I did with one minor change. And you don't really have to do this change, I just think it's kind of a nice change to show off, because it makes use of a tile we have barely used in the past. So again, I'm going to start room type, 3-stair warp. I'm going to set my warp ring with the catch-all back to 1. Have to choose the guy, make the message string, blue tile. I'll stick it right here actually. I'm going to do something kind of different on this screen. And instead of placing the stair tile itself, like instead of putting this combo somewhere on the screen, I'm actually going to finally make use of this little stair tile here. I'm going to throw it on this tree. You can place it wherever you want. And what's going to happen is this little stair tile is actually going to turn into the stair combo that we placed on the other screen, this little staircase right here, or whichever one you've chosen. How does it do that? Well, we have to go to Secret Combos, we're going to go to Miscellaneous, and we're actually going to set the stairs for once. So scroll down, find your stair combo, if I can remember. Here it is. Hit enter, and now the stair combo is all set up. Finally, I'm just going to set up that same tile warp again, keep it on my overworld or whichever D-map you're using. Going to make it go to screen 81. Leave the type as cave item seller or cave item room, I believe it is. Now let's go to, what did I say? Oh, 47. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing. 3-stair warp. Catch-all has to be whichever warp ring you're going to make. Guy. That's a string. Blue tile's already set. I guess I can just leave it there. I'm going to do this stair trick one more time. I guess I'll put it right here. Doesn't really matter where you put it. The reason I'm placing the stair, though, is mainly because doing it this way, these staircases are not going to be accessible by Link right from the get-go. He's going to have to enter the 3-ring, or the warp ring, in order for this stair to initially appear. Go into my secret combos. I'm going to set up my stairs again, past it, there it is. And that tile warp was screen 81. Alright, I think I've set everything correctly. Creating the warp ring is relatively easy, actually. We're just going to go to Quest, Miss Data, Miscellaneous, if I can find it here, warp ring, there it is. Just pick whichever warp ring you want to edit. You can go up to 9 now, but I'm just going to stick with the 3, like I said. So I'm going to double click on 1 here. Leave all this cave item seller or cave item room stuff alone if you're on 2.10. And we have to, well, I forget what screen number I'm on. I'm on 45. So let's just make it 45. Number 2. What did I say? 54. And number 3, I believe, was 47. And you can hit go each time, just in case you haven't, made it and stuff. And really, that'll do it. The only thing left to do is test it. Let's go back to ZC and jump back into the game here. Hopefully I remembered to save. Otherwise the changes won't be updated. Okay, it's a secret to everybody except you. You found it. Like I said before, if you go into the 3rd stair, you always end up, or the last one, however many you're using, you should end up where you started. Let's go somewhere else. Alright. And this is where the secret combo comes into play, because this stair would not have been there unless we entered the 3-stair warp. I'm gonna come back, and finally, jump into the final place here. Whoops. I activated the... I have a secret on that screen, I remember now. My mistake. But yeah, that's really about it. I'm actually going to go fix that. Let's see. Yeah, I have a bomb trigger here that's supposed to open that door, so that's why that 2nd staircase appeared. It shouldn't appear for you guys if you followed everything you saw here. I already had that on my screen. Alright, so really that's about it. I do, however, have a small note for 2.5 users, because I know this drove me crazy for a while. If you go to D-Maps in your Quest menu there, I'm going to go to my overworld. Make sure you have these flags checked. Use caves instead of item sellers. Allow 3-stair warp rooms. And special rooms and guys are in caves only. I found that if these are not checked, bad things will happen. It won't like crash your quest or anything, but the 3-stair warp will likely not work without them. 2.10, this menu doesn't even exist for you, so you should be good to go, really. And I guess I avoided the 2nd staircase in all my little demonstrations here, didn't I? Let's go back into the game just so I can show you I'm not crazy and they all do work. I'm just like, I just know where to go from like 1, 2, and 3. So if I wanted to jump to 47 right away, I could just go in the 2nd one here. And there we go. Oh, I didn't save my game. That's okay. Go in the 2nd one again. See, they all still work. It just depends on what order you want to go through. I knew the order I wanted to go through. But the middle staircase does work. I can't say for certain if you have to specifically place them a certain number of tiles or combos like between each other or anything, but yeah. Let me guess there's no under combos here. Oh, there are actually. I'm quite surprised about that. Alright, I think that'll do it. Next time, we dive for items. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time for more ZQuest tutorial Q&A. Boy!